Hey fam, welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for coming back, guys. I appreciate every one of you. And if you're coming by my channel for the first time, you're welcome as well. Thank you for coming. This is Virtue Grace. Have you subscribed? I guess no. So go ahead. Thank you so much for subscribing, guys. You guys are so amazing. I love you all. You know that already. I appreciate every one of you for the comments, the suggestions, and just the love you show me here. You make me feel so loved. Thank you. Guys, so what am I here to talk about today? Since I started this series, I've just gradually come to the realization that there are so many unsung heroes, you know, on the continent, from our communities, that it has now become a responsibility, self-imposed responsibility, to make sure they get as much recognition and appreciation as they deserve for the work they are doing. I mean, that's the least we can do for them, right? To appreciate them. So today I'm here to talk about Barrister Allen Onyema. He is a CEO of Airpeace, Nigeria's indigenous, privately owned airline. This airline provides excellent services in addition to their commercial duties and business that they do. The airline, you know, does a lot of charity work, and I'm just so personally proud of this airline. This airline makes me so proud of being not just a Nigerian but an African, to see that this is owned by a black man and is thriving, doing so well for not just in terms of business but in the areas of charity. I feel so proud, and that's why I fly Airpeace almost all the times, if not all the times. You know, I just have to support, you know, locally owned, black owned businesses. They have to thrive. I want to see generational black owned businesses, you know, thriving and all of that. So yeah, he has done so much, guys, so much. And for the excellent work they do, I think Airpeace is fairly about 5 years old. Yeah, I think about 5 years old, but they've done so much. They fly to about 15 major cities in Nigeria, which is so impressive, you know, just providing excellent airline services to people to be able to move about real time. And you know, it's just so good, you know. 15 major cities in Nigeria, and they fly to other African countries. I think the West African region of Africa. I think they go to Senegal, the Gambia, Ghana, of course, Sierra Leone, and other West African countries. And then of course they fly to Dubai. So it's growing, it's expanding, and we are all just excited to see them, you know, grow and become a global brand that provides excellent, you know, aviation services. Guys, please, just a disclaimer, this video is not sponsored. They do not know anything about it. I just feel like they've done so well that I have to, you know, do this video to share the spotlight on them, like I've said. For those of you who remember, about a year or two back, in the wake of the attacks on foreigners in South Africa, Airpeace was the airline that, you know, rushed to the rescue of about 300 Nigerians from South Africa back into the country.
Men like this in Nigeria. We want men like this to traumatize Nigerians. We'll have the soul of the people in his heart. Yes, sir. God bless him. We will support him. Whatever he does, he does. This is what's for you.
Nobody paid us a dime. We decided to do it free of charge for our country and for our people. We decided to do it because we want to show that it's not all about money. That one cannot go to his grave with his purse. Neither can one go to his grave with his bank account. So you can go to your grave happily with the legacies you leave behind. So I decided I didn't need anybody to advise me to do this. on my own, I saw the glory pictures, and I stood up like I've always done before for this country in so many other aspects. It's not my first time of doing. I've done greater things like this than this one for the country. So I decided that it didn't take me time to decide, let us go and evacuate Nigeria.
This was so historic. This was a very patriotic move by, Airline, of course, headed by Barrister Allen Onyema, that it brought a sense of pride and a sense of dignity to Nigerians and to Africans generally. Please, the incident that happened around that period was not a pleasant experience, and there was a global outcry, especially from the black community, against the act. And but Barrister Allen's action through his airline was so historic and commendable that the National Assembly actually invited him and gave him a standing ovation, just to show gratitude and appreciation for that which he did, that historic patriotic move that he made, and millions of Nigerians were so grateful to him for that singular act. So in the same line, in the wake of this COVID-19 pandemic, the airline evacuated about 200 Israelis from Nigeria to Tel Aviv. Airpeace has been working around the clock, guys. This airline has been working around the clock. Recently, the airline also shipped Nigeria's cargo medical supplies from Turkey into the country. They've been working, like I said, round the clock, just to ensure that, Nigerians are safe, and all of the medical supplies and equipment that Nigeria needs are brought into the country on time to facilitate access to treatment for Nigerians. And we just can't help but be proud of him and grateful for the selfless services he does for not just Nigeria, but for, humanity generally. Recently, Airpeace conducted a community outreach in which they distributed tons and tons of food items to vulnerable communities.
Thank you. Thank you very much, oh. Thank you, oh. Thank you, I'm very grateful.
Thank you, Airpeace. God go bless you. Hungry no go kill you. It go better for you. Airpeace, thank you very much.
Thank you, Airpeace. Thank you, Airpeace. Thank you.
I mean, guys, there's no need saying the obvious again. The fact that this pandemic has come with untold hardships, on many people, Nigerians inclusive. So the outreach was just to provide some sort of food relief to these vulnerable communities, and just to encourage people to stay at home while the government plays their part to flatten the curve and get things, systems and life going back, running back as usual. So this is so commendable. Again, this is in line with some of the actions a lot of people have been calling for. The fact that we need an Afrocentric response to this whole pandemic, because not one size fits all. What works in Europe or in America or in China might not necessarily work in Africa, because this is Africa. We are different, everything about us is different. So just like Sean Kuti has been saying, so more actions such as this will go a long way to encourage people to stay at home, because people will increasingly have no need to go out to look for food to eat and all of that. So there'll be less human contact and less social gatherings and all, which the government is preaching, social distancing, stay home and stay safe. But people can't do all of this when they are hungry, okay? So thank you so much, Airpeace, for this initiative. Thank you for all the work you do for Nigerians, for the work you do for Africans, and the work you do for humanity. So guys, anytime you travel to Nigeria, or you're traveling from Nigeria to any of the West African countries, please patronize Airpeace. Patronize Airpeace, guys. Let's support local businesses, black-owned businesses. to grow and become like generational businesses. I mean, that would be so good, right? So please patronize Airpeace. And like I said, this video is not sponsored. This is me shedding the spotlight on Airpeace because they have been doing amazing work. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. What do you think about Airpeace? What do you think about Barrister Allen Onyema? Drop a comment. You know, I want to know. Let's interact as usual. Thank you all so much for watching. Share this video. It's good news. Let the world hear how much a person of this color is doing. You know what I'm saying. Thank you guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.